EMEA team with players I've never coached before. It's a good... I'm looking at Martin. I'm looking at Nats. What other duelists are there out there right now? Many boos a shout, but I think I go Martin. Rians. I might go Kiko. We need like the flex, which probably becomes Woot. That's nasty. Yeah. There's an argument here that you go like this is Nats IGL. Like there is an argument that Boo IGL you might say might be more consistent in the long run, just because Boo's proved it longer. And so you need to then figure out. I think you honestly end up with Nats as your fucking sentinel anyway. So like you end up not having Kiko in your team, which is still pretty scary. Because then Nats can just like second IGL and like help out with stuff. Is there anyone that I would miss in that though? Is there any European player that currently doesn't play in Europe or has retired or something that might be good? I think this is the clear. I think it's literally this. Like you'd either do this or this, depending on like I would have to trial them both and feel them out as IGLs. And then if I preferred Nats IGL, then I would go Nats. If I prefer Boo IGL, then I would kick Kiko. So we got Martin, Kiko, Rians, Nats, Woot. And then Boo, if we want to do Boo IGL instead of Kiko being Smoke's player. I think that team is probably the best super team you could make. That's not for lag players. And I don't think it's particularly close, to be honest with you. I could do this for APAC, actually. Should we do this with APAC? Do we count Paper Rex players? I think we should count Paper Rex players. Although, that might be mean, because I'm not going to pick them all. Are we presuming they speak English? Even though they don't? Envy's still there. Bro, do I just pick these players? Jing's been farming on the smokes. Does 9. Look at Jing smokes. I feel like if I don't put Jing smokes after coaching, I feel a bit of a fraud. Like, is Jing smoke? Oh, or is he not farming on the smokes? It's the rays he's farming on. So yeah, I think I gotta give it to Does 9 right now, right? Like, Jemkin is like kind of farming duelist, but like historically, I think you gotta give it to Texture, right? Or Primi, no Texture. Who can actually play Francis? Bro, the stats here are horrible. Parliament's actually pretty good, but these stats aren't reflecting it so much. It's Francis. Like, look at the difference. He's not played that much though. Jason unironically is a shout here for recon, because the recon agents are hard to find. This might be it. I might be cooking here. I think you might go Jason recon just because there's a lack of recon players in this region, and an Envy flash flex. Does that make sense? Because this role in APAC is hard to find. And who's our sentinel player? Meteor? Is Meteor the best? The problem is that then I need Forsaken. I need to teach Forsaken as IGL. Mako not smokes. I mean, it could be Mako too. Let me have a look. Does 9's the current like cooler one to say. Estrella. What's Envy been playing? Okay, Envy's in my team. Estrella's not. I think Mako's good, but is he Does 9 good? I think Does 9's actually, or Dosia's, sorry, or whatever he says his name is, the shout here. Sentinel player. Freeing's playing Sentinel now too? Bane's good at Senti. Vi, my boy. Honestly, I think this guy might just be so sick that you just put him on Sentinel. You guys are saying Meteor, but I feel like Freeing is the new Meteor. Like someone who just kills, but Meteor has done it at the biggest moments, I guess. Freeing was recon before, but his recon stats aren't great. Like for a super team. The only issue here is that what I don't love about this team is having to teach Forsaken IGLing, like proper IGLing, you know what I mean? So who would be the second? Is Stacks the only person that we end up like saying is like a consistent APAC IGL? Munchkin. Munchkin plays fucking Viper only. Munchkin's a shout. Oh, we're just going Viper every map right now. That's what we're doing. So we lose Envy, I think. Actually, it makes sense for me to, yeah. The roles change here a little bit, right? NA. This one's easy. That's incredible. We're looking for a flex player. It might end up just being Jonah. And Mazzino. Mazzino's not played the flex so much recently. Ethan's doing alright so far, but I think I would prefer Jonah. This is concerning. It's between Mazzino and Jonah P. Mazzino didn't win anything yet. Nor did Jonah P. I mean, it feels rough to do this to Jogamo. Do it without G2. The problem is that we don't have an IGL. do we lean into the meme? Is Bang actually my pick for smokes? Vic is doing very well. Pancada? I could lean into Brazil. Bro, imagine if I did this. Like, if you screenshotted this and gave this to Brazilians right now. Bro, I'd look like a fucking... They'd love me, surely. No G2. I guess we do have to go John QT route, right? What's John playing right now? Recon? There's a world in which I want to do... How good's Verno been? Verno's been too good. John's been very good. His rating's very high. Damage and ACS a bit lower. What's he been doing? He's been abusing Teo. Okay, no. I think I roll swap John QT if I was to put John in. Honestly, I would roll swap John to smokes. It's a bit rough. I'm a little bit worried about Mazzino. I don't love the look of this team. There's something about it that doesn't feel right, you know what I mean? It doesn't feel right. And this team doesn't feel right either. The rate instead of Mazzino? You might be onto something, actually. Do I just trust that Narrate could just learn? I actually might prefer this. I thought that Narrate... Like, I know Narrate's not been as good as people think. Something feels not right about this team, though. There feels like a lack of, like, aura in this team. Why Aspas? Because he's the best. Aspas is always consistently better than anyone else. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like Zekken's always had a better system to play into to some degree. I think Aspas is in a good system now, but it's a new system. No bias, Aspas or Durka. If you're looking for a team... If your team isn't built well enough with structure, then Aspas would be better than Durka. If you give a very good structure to a team, I think that Durka will thrive, possibly better than Aspas, but it's still quite close. I think Durka's seems like he might be better to give... Like, it might be easier to work with Durka in some respects. But Aspas definitely... I think Aspas just, like, plug and play. Aspas doesn't only play Jet. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I literally open up his VLR and it just proves you wrong immediately. And then also it proves you wrong when you actually look at his stats. Just because he doesn't play Yoru doesn't mean he doesn't only plays Jet.